give us a little moon math for GALA and Illuvium based on their current tokenomics. Sure. Basically, I think GALA, it's very possible for GALA to get back and slightly above its all-time high. For GALA, it just all depends on how hot it ends up getting, but you could see GALA at something like $1.30, $1.40. We also got to remember, even though with all these things, you also have a much larger supply of GALA, so that does kind of weigh into like how high it can go. Even though its tokenomics have been fixed, we'll have to really see them implement this stuff and see how much the token burning really does affect it to actually get rid of supply, as well as the transactions on there in order to facilitate this, and also in the game as well. So a lot of other stuff like that. So in terms for Illuvium, Illuvium is also dealing with the same problem where when it came out, you had a very small supply and emission tokens were slowly coming out. Now you have a much larger supply on Illuvium, right? Where Illuvium hit that $1,800 on a very limited supply of tokens. Now, since it almost has 2 or 3 times the supply it had back then, as well as tokens unlocking, it's under the same thing where you need the game to launch, as well as like some of its other things for its token to be locked up more, and for them to I would say release more incentives to lock up the token. But we're kind of looking for that one maybe to hit $2,000-3,000 in that range. It all depends on really, as well as like how high Bitcoin goes. If we end up getting maybe we do touch 100,000 this time around on the price of BTC, that'd be really nice. But if we do end up hitting that high, plus with both these games being in full swings, their L1s being in full swing, as well as like the profit sharing and maybe like Illuvium's really popular, then you can get very crazy prices. But I mean, regardless, just them getting back to old all-time highs is a lot of it's an 18x for Illuvium, and it's basically a let me do a little math here. It's an 18x for Illuvium, and it's a 14.5x for GALA at current prices. So if they can get slightly above that, I mean, we're talking 20 bangers here. That's pretty, not financial advice, of course, but seems pretty good. That's why I kind of like, I'm just owning both of them. Why not? You know?